sent away so many prematurely, either by my hand or through you. You're intrigued.
How are you? We're both from Oahu, by the way. I was
Don't.
born in Honolulu as well.
Start with me. What hospital?
Kapilani.
I was a military kid, so I was born at Tripler.
2 months out from your spine surgery. We know
Right.
you do a lot of your own stunts, but how did you manage to do the stunts in this film?
I mean, I just had to approach it really differently because I was still in recovery, right? And so, against my doctor's advice, I took the film, started the film, and what I really needed to do was preserve myself until the day, which is like the day that I really had to perform and give everything. So I worked a lot with the stunt team on walking through things, memorizing everything, and really getting that down in a real way before I put it on its feet, because I really did, I mean, the word preserve is really the best word I can think of. So that's kind of how I did. But normally, if I take a movie like this, I'm into training and I'm going full physical from go, and I just wasn't able to do that on this film.
I don't know how you did it though. You were spectacular. You're such a superwoman. You know, when I look at this film and we look at your character, she's taken under Samuel Jackson and she has a lot of learning to do. She's trained. I would love to talk to you about your journey in this industry and perhaps what's one of the lessons that you've learned. And is there a mentor that you've had in this business?
Not really. I sort of, like everyone I came across in the industry, taught me something, whether it was positive or something really tough that I had to fight through. But again, those lessons come in different forms, right? So sometimes you have a positive experience and you're like, oh, that was so great, and that built me up, wonderful. But it's important to remember that, the people that don't know, how to treat others, the people that who really maybe hurt you or hinder you in the business or in life, those are normally the people that are teaching you the most. And if you can stop and really appreciate what those lessons are and really take what you can from that, and those things happened to me really early on in Hollywood, I was able to truly build an exterior and a toughness and be so much more alert to what I was getting into because that was happening really early on. And
the skill set you have of doing stunts, I feel like you just have this bank of all these moves. Do you actually just kind of keep them in your pocket so that if you ever need to use them in real life, I hope you don't need to, but how does that work for you?
I think thank God muscles have memories so that you can, for 20 years be able to continue to do this, because, it's just one of those things where even in this film, I sort of, I saw the first fight and I went, oh God, I'm jumping into this again. This is crazy. So I started rehearsing with the boys, and in 5 minutes I was like, oh, I'm not, okay, this is why I do this. And I've done this for a very long time. And my muscles do have memories, and they are able to draw from my not just moves, just sort of like, the way that we move and the way we go about things in this business is very specific. And because I know that, I'm able to draw from it when I need to. It's great.
I have a trick question for you. If you have to pick one favorite, who was your favorite to work with, Michael Keaton or Samuel Jackson?
Oh, wow, that's tough because they're so different. If they were similar in any way, I could easily choose. What was beautiful was that I got to build two relationships, right? I got to build the platonic father-daughter love, which is so different from what she has with Michael Keaton's character, right? So, I mean, they're like polar opposites of the spectrum. It's like saying, do you love your boyfriend or do you love your dad? Oh, I love them both.
Have you ever been to India or any familiarity with the culture?
Yes, I have. I've been to Mumbai several times, couple times. I really love that city. I've been to Goa as well.
Oh.
I've been to a couple of places in India. And funnily enough, India's always the place that my friends and I, when we talk about that, we want to go back to. It's always the place we want to go back to. I mean, because there's way too much to explore, and I think more sides to India than people even understand.